Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are seeing me for the first time, my name is Joyce Anyanwu. My people, there is something I want to talk about, and there is fire on the mountain. Nigerians should start running. There is fire, big fire on the mountain. My people, there is something I brought to the table today. I was watching this show in a channel's television where he was interviewing Mr. Dele Momodu, and asking him that Tinubu was your best friend. I don't know if it was or is still or your paddy, your best friend, for he was asking him concerning his regime, this Tinubu regime, that how does Mr. Dele Momodu saw this regime, a lot of questions, and even Mr. Dele Momodu go on to say that people are telling him that he should wait he should hold on, that Tinubu regime will good. He just started. And what really caught my attention, the man said that the beginning of anything determine the ending of that project. The beginning of a project, he used, I think, project or a tenure, determine the ending of the tenure. So if Tinubu is not doing well from the beginning, he can never do well at end. So my people, please, before I come back, let's talk. I want you guys to hear and to really hear from this Mr. Dele Momodu, So let me just play the video a little bit, and then we will come back and talk about it.
Had written an open letter to President Bola Tinubu a few days ago. A former presidential hopeful and a publisher, a journalist who ran for the primaries of the PDP, Chief Dele Momodu, wrote an open letter telling President Bola Tinubu that Nigeria is in a big trouble. He's advising the president to enforce leadership and discipline as a leader in his party, in government, and all that. In his message titled Urgent Message for President Tinubu, Mr. Momodu called on the president to sanction the minister of the FCT, Nyesom Wike, arguing that they disrespected him in the Fubara matter. In the other state of the nation matter, he said, our economy has virtually collapsed. He then indicted President Tinubu, saying, you've been wasting too much money at a time that requires absolute frugality. Please stop this recklessness, propensity for wasting scarce resources. Those are some of the words of Chief Dele Momodu. I'm being joined by Chief Dele Momodu, who joins us live from our Lagos studio. It's good to see you, and thank you so much indeed for joining us tonight, Chief Dele Momodu.
Good evening, Sheun from Lagos, and you are welcome back to the land of your forefathers. We were all worried when they said you were sacked, but we're happy that you are back.
Thank you so much indeed. Let me begin and take you up quickly on some of the content of your letter, of open letter to the president. And you told the president that you know him very well.
No, I'm not holding him. All I think I owe him is to tell him the truth. Let me tell you, I started my life from Ife. From reading Professor Wole Soyinka. You can see the book does not even have a cover. I bought this book in 1978 on 24th June. The man dies in all who keeps silent in the face of tyranny. So I've seen that this government would wish, if possible, to have a one-party state. So, but why did we go to exile? Why did people die for democracy if at the end of the day we're not going to practice democracy? Is it not hypocritical of me and the rest of us if we don't speak truth to our friend, which we were able to speak to Obasanjo, we were able to speak to Yar'Adua, we were able to speak to Jonathan, we were able to speak to Buhari. Even Buhari, who left power as an APC president, APC is attacking him today. So why should opposition logically not be able to speak truth to the APC ruling government? So that is where we are. And what did I say to him? That Nigeria is heading, one, in the wrong direction, heading into trouble. I saw what happened and still happening in Kenya. Oh, it's our leaders in their moment of giddiness who say, oh, it cannot happen here because we apply ethnic coloration. We have a Yoruba president, whether we like it or not, he must do his 8 years. It's enough that he's fighting. It's the obedience. I mean, all these things we've heard before. It does not help a nation. So I expect the president to do the following. One, cut the waste. It is too much. It is gargantuan. I remember Chief M.K. Abiola used to say that there is enough for the need of every Nigerian, but there is not enough for the greed of some Nigerians. Nigeria, God has given Nigeria everything that we need to survive. And not just to survive, but to make progress. But unfortunately, some politicians are not ready. They are not prepared to downgrade their lifestyle. And I keep telling them, if you know that politics is not profitable for you, you can go back to your business. I've been doing my own little business. I'm a man of modest income. I've never been in government. Tinubu was governor for 8 years in Lagos. Did you see me there? I didn't ask for appointment. Buhari that I supported, after 2 months, I saw he was going nowhere. Immediately, I apologized to Nigerians. And so why should I now keep quiet and not be able to talk to my own friend and my own brother?
Can you imagine?
And some people say, oh, but you could have requested for an appointment to see him. I said, no. I will not allow myself to be blackmailed by busybodies who are waiting. Dele will soon go to Aso Rock to go and beg for appointment. And that's the cheap blackmail that we all get in Nigeria. A man who has been who has never been in power in 42 years. You are now saying he is desperate. No, I'll be 65 next year. And I have my plans already for my retirement. I've completed the leadership center in Ibadan with library, with everything. The path I've chosen for myself is different. I want to be free to tell my friends the truth, because in the future, someone will say, but you spoke about all the other leaders. How come you couldn't speak about Bola Tinubu? And that is why I am addressing this letter to the president, that please cut the waste. That is the number one. It's very urgent. Then empower our youth by igniting a vocational revolution. It's not just about people going to school. We have so many graduates, if not millions of them now, who can find jobs. There are things you can do. Now they say they are sending 50,000 naira to about 3 million Nigerians. I beg, how does that make sense in a country of over 200 million people? That money could have created more than 1 million fresh entrepreneurs who will get 1 million each immediately. And then those ones, you have the domino effect. Those ones will now employ people, 5 to 10 people each. You don't give, there is no way you just give money out as if it's water. The Buhari people did it. They will put cash on table. At this time and age, in these modern times, put cash on table, and people will queue up like beggars to come and collect 5,000 naira. It's demeaning on Nigerians. Nigerians are too brilliant, too energetic, and too ambitious for them to be reduced to robots and slaves.
Yeah. Let me jump in quickly. When some of the words you use seems to have angered some people who are supporters of the APC and who are also followers of the Bola Tinubu School of Governance. And for example, when you said that this economy has virtually collapsed, there are those who say that was too dramatic and you were unfair to this government. And there are those who will say you are one of those who had said in your article, in the Pendulum, some of which I've read, you had asked for the removal of fuel subsidy. And one of your Pendulum write-ups, you had made reference to the effort of Bukola Saraki when he was Senate president, when he was on the Senate.
My beloved people, you guys have heard what Mr. Dele Momodu, the speech, the broadcast that he made when Shehu was interviewing him, the analysis he has made. So I don't know, one thing you see this man, this Mr. Momodu, that boldly came out to speak his mind, to tell Tinubu face to face, wrote an open letter to Tinubu, is just because this man has not benefited anything from Tinubu. And I like the way this man spoke, the way he speak, that he don't want to. People were telling the man to go to Aso Rock because he is his friend. He can have appointment one-to-one with him. But you don't want people to start blackmailing him that he's going there to beg for appointment, he's going there to beg for money. See, one thing I have to say, I don't know who is advising Tinubu. I don't know who is advising Tinubu. How can you, for example, there's a say they used to say, teach me how to fish. Don't teach me how, don't give me fish. Teach me how to fish. How can you be sending bags of rice to people? So when they finish eating that rice, then what will happen? How can you be sending 50,000 naira to people? How much is 50,000 naira today in Nigeria? What can 50,000 naira buy today in Nigeria? You send 50,000 to give to people. He cannot even buy a bag of rice. I really enjoy what this Mr. Momodu was saying. The analysis, everything he was saying. You have to create job opportunities. You have to let people get where they will be getting money every month. Okay, now they say Tinubu has accepted or has signed that the minimum wage should be 70,000. I bet my people, what will 70,000 buy in Nigeria right now? What will 70,000 buy in Nigeria right now? Look at the way dollars is flying here. It's just dancing. Tomorrow it will go up. Next one it will come down. And that is the way things are so expensive. And even you are giving workers 70,000 naira. How many people are working in that Nigeria? You see young boys, they would graduate with first class, and at the end they will go and be riding keke. They will be riding a bike because there is no job for them. We have a lot of opportunities. Nigeria is a country that is supposed to be one of the richest countries in Africa. But right now, Nigeria is collapsing the way this Mr. Momodu just said just now. There is nothing to write about Nigeria right now, my people. Nothing to write about. The man has said that Tinubu should cut on the man wasting. The man is wasting too much. Doing things that are not necessary. Building more than 20 billion a house for vice president. For what? Why people are crying? People are dying of hunger. Buying private jets. Where are you people going with this private jet? The one that Buhari bought, is it not enough? You come and you are buying your own, sharing money to senators, buying new cars for them, while the masses are suffering. They say the leader listens to his subjects. The leader is always after his subjects. But in this case of Buhari, is just after him and his cabal. Just all the Nigerian money, they pack it into their own pocket. Then they allow the innocent people to suffer. Now the youth or the people say enough is enough. We are tired. We cannot take this anymore. Now they are blaming Obi and Obedient. Always looking for who to put their blame on. Always looking for who to say this one is the cause. My people, this is what I listened to this analysis this morning. I say, God, I love people like this. People like this, Dele Momodu. Because it's only if this man was in Kaban, even those ones that are in Kaban, they know the truth. Because this man is not owing Tinubu anything. According to this man, he has been in politics for 45 years, he just said. But because he's not owing anybody, he's not benefiting from Tinubu regime. That is why you see this man.
And that is why I'm also writing to a man that I know we've come way back. If he is watching, he knows that I always tell him.
So, Chief, Chief Momodu, you have proffered some solutions just before when you're premising your stance about what this government is doing. And for me, the conversation is not about political party right now. It's about our nation, because we are in some kind of doldrum. And either we like it or not, we need a way forward. If there is one thing that this president needs to do right now to really get this nation working, because we are the giant of Africa, we cannot be behaving like dwarfs and behaving as though we do not have the capacity in our potential as a people. If he is to make any decision that will have a drastic difference in our nation today, what would that be?
Kill this profligacy. That is number one. The economy, no matter what you do, continue to borrow money to fund lifestyle. Nigeria will continue to fail. So the president must make that personal choice and personal sacrifice by calling his people to order and making himself a scapegoat. If I were in his shoes, that's the first thing I will do to make sure. Look at this issue of presidential jet. People shouted against it, they didn't listen.
Yeah.
Yacht, people shouted against it, they didn't listen. Building of houses for Mr. President or Vice President, they did not listen. So how do you dare expect people to follow you in good conscience? They said the man on whose behalf you are fasting should not.
My people, you guys have heard. Me, I know quite well that you see this Tinubu regime, they don't care. See, I always say something. Tinubu is just doing everything that, after all, they did not vote for me. After all, these people did not vote for me. I managed to enter. I know the way I bought my way to this seat. That is why you see, I have to say it boldly. That is why you see Tinubu don't listen to anybody, because it's just clear that he used his money, his influence to work, to find, to lobby his way into that Aso Rock. So there is nothing anybody will say that he will listen, because he himself, he know that he did not win this election. He know that he did not win this election, because if people really voted for him and people put him, fix him in that position, the country or the masses fix him in that position, he will really know that he will have that pity, and he will say, these are the people that voted for me. Let me listen to them. Let me listen to them. But you cannot blame Tinubu, because Tinubu will say, after all, you people did not vote for me. Why must I listen to you people? I will not listen to you people because you did not vote for me. I know the way I walk my way to this place. That is why you see Tinubu is doing whatever he's doing without listening to anybody. So you people have heard. First of all, before Nigeria will be better, Tinubu has to cut down on expenditure, cut down on the way he lavish money, borrowing money to maintain your lifestyle when you don't have any way to pay, you don't have anything that is bringing that income, you are just borrowing money, then definitely the country will collapse, it will just finish. This is the worst we have ever heard. This is the worst we have ever seen. Guys, if you have watched to this time, Thank you very much. Drop your opinion in the comment section. Let's interact in the comment section. Please, you people should not come for me or the Tinubus. You people should not come for me. I've been seeing a lot of comment in my comment section. People insulting me for nothing. I'm just here to speak my own mind. Everybody have his opinion to speak whatever he wants, he feel like. That is freedom of speech. So if things are not going well, people must talk, you know. So my people, thank you very much if you have watched it this time, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye for now.